Hi, I'm Shea.
And I'm Shealyn.
And this is Shea Shealyn. Today we're talking about one of my favorites growing up is Poltergeist.
Perfect.
So, and you've seen this before, right?
Oh yeah. Growing up, I'd seen it a lot. We rented it from like the 99-cent aisles.
Of course, in Blockbuster, the middle store.
Yes. My mom was like, "You have to see this. It's so scary," because her version of scary versus mine differ a lot. But
right? Like I look at this, I love this movie. I like horror. I like haunted house movies and ghosts and stuff.
So yeah, give a quick. I mean, everybody should have seen this movie by now, but give a quick. You have a little synopsis.
We got our little family, the Freelings, and they live in their little suburban house or whatever, and stuff goes wrong, and they end up becoming haunted. Or a poltergeist is coming after the little Miss Carol Ann, played by Heather O'Rourke, and she gets sucked into the closet. And then we have to get the amazing, what's her name? Tangina to come and get her out, and the clairvoyant lady who is amazing in this movie. and then we think the family is, safe, but pay attention, there's still 20 more minutes of the movie. So
yes, that always got me. I'm like, at the end of all that happening, I would have left immediately. Like, I wouldn't have been like, oh, now I'm gonna take a bath.
Well, they think, like she says at the end, like,
this house is clean.
Yeah. So you think, okay, we're good, but we're still moving.
No, I don't know. And rewatching it last night, I was like, the bathroom isn't even packed. Like, what are they doing? They're really taking their time.
Taking a shower, taking a bath.
That bath looks magical, though. That's like the hottest
did.
mom. Like, she is so gorgeous. The cute. I don't know her name.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great. I too have a hot mom. She's also gorgeous. But this
and dad is played by Craig T. Nelson.
Coach. Wasn't he Coach?
I think he was Coach.
I don't know. I love it. Their house is very similar to what I grew up in. Like, and
it's very middle of the road.
Suburbia. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like totally, as a little blonde towhead, like a little girl, and then my brother, and I didn't have an older sister though, like they do. And yeah, it's so cute. I love that their house is a little messy. I appreciate that. It looks lived in.
It's not a like perfect house. And so I guess the whole premise was Craig T. Nelson, he works for like a developer of homes and whatnot. And he's a salesman and he sells these houses. They're all cookie cutter houses.
Yeah.
His company, who is owned or run by just the biggest turd on the planet. His name is Mr. Teague, and cuts corners as much as he can. So when they built the houses, it was originally on a cemetery, and they moved the headstones, but they did not move the bodies.
Which seems like a very realistic thing it's terrible to do, but as I look I live in Brooklyn, and there's a giant, you'll pass by cemeteries, the big Cypress Hills Cemetery and everything, and you think like, I don't want to ever live on top of that or something, but like that property has to be worth so much money. Like it's crazy. I think one day we'll all be in like, what do they call a moratorium or whatever they call like the drawers or whatever, or you're cremated or whatever.
Right.
So I feel like
the earth is running out of room. So yes, I can see that.
They probably should have told them that before they decided to dig a pool. But what is the definition of a poltergeist? Like, do they go over that in the movie?
They do. So they go to the college or whatever, and they talk to a psychologist who specializes in the paranormal. And she's got her two guys, Ryan and Marty. Marty is the white dude who's very skeptical, doesn't believe in any of it. And then there's Ryan, who's like super excited about everything.
I love Ryan. He's so good.
Love Ryan. He's just like, kiss my ass. Like, that's his excited was his line of like, kiss my ass.
He gets the tennis ball. It's like so good.
Smells it. He's so like, you could just tell like he's just so excited for every bad things are happening, guy. Okay. Yeah. But he's so excited about it.
Yeah.
Like when he tells a story about the toy that moved like across the room or something, and it took 7 hours. Couldn't see it with the naked eye, but I got it on camera.
He's good at his job. He's got passion. Love
Marty, bad things happen to Marty. He has to leave. because he freaks out. He's very
Leave.
skeptical, and he sees, you know, who goes into someone's kitchen and just eats stuff. Like, I don't understand.
I mean, also the construction workers were doing that too through the window. What, you know,
Right, the guys that are building the pool in the backyard. He's like, this is really
like,
good.
through the
Thanks.
window. You make great coffee. She's like, get out of here. Like, what's wrong with you? Typical. They're like hitting on their high school daughter or something, you know.
Right, but she's clearly
scene.
able to stick up for herself. The mom is just laughing about it. She's like, whatever.
Yeah,
typical.
Men are crazy.
So we start off seeing paranormal stuff because at night, when the broadcasts go off back in the day before it was on 500 hours of the day or whatever,
play the national anthem.
It plays the national anthem at like 1 a.m, and then it's just
or was it midnight? For some reason I thought it was midnight and then it cut off,
but I don't midnight know. Or 1 something. 1 in the morning.
It was
midnight.
Like, you should be asleep, people. Which is not fair at all to people like me who stay up all night. But
it is what they're telling you. They're like, it's time to go to bed. We're signing off.
Damn the man. I'm not listening to you. I'm not.
Star Spangled Banner. Have a good day. Go to bed.
Yes.
So then, you know, Carol Ann gets up. She hears voices from the TV, comes down, and then weird shit just starts happening. She's like, they're here.
Yeah, this movie made me like happy I didn't have kids when I'm watching it, because kids do creepy stuff like that. You know, I'll wake up, my nieces were like staring at me, like I used to do to my mom too.
So then we start noticing. Okay, so then there's this old creepy dead tree. It's dead. He's like, oh, it's a very old tree. It's summer. It's like summer. It's not winter time. I know they're in California, but it's not winter time. There's no leaves on this thing. It's dead.
Still standing out. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
it's like dead.
I feel like they would have cut it down, but
so the tree, you know, the kid's worried that it's going to come to life and eat him. The kid's like got premonitions or something. He's like the clown, the tree.
Yeah, the kid's very intense.
He is super intense, but he sees things coming. So
they did with this clown, especially, which you kind of know is going to do something throughout the movie, or it's just every kid's fear of clowns. My thing is, why did they still have the clown? Like at the end, get rid of that doll.
It's ugly. And why is it facing the kid?
Yeah, freaky.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So the ghost decided to break a portal into the room, and on one special like stormy night, we're going to eat the children. And then we did not get the boy because he's a fighter. And that scene, I guess, was done backwards. It was filmed in reverse. So they, instead of the kid actually going into the tree, I guess he was coming out of the tree, and they just shot, you know.
I like that. That's a good little trick that they do to make it look more intense.
Make it look, it works out.
Yeah.
And then Carolyn goes in the closet and is in the ghost land or whatever.
Scary.
But they like lock the door because weird crap is going on, flying things and books and stuff coming at you. And
there.
I love the effects.
The lamp.
The lamp.
It's like so
lights
extreme.
up. I like it. Steven Spielberg produced it. There was a lot of rumors later that he directed it because he was on set like all the time. But I think he wanted to direct it, but he was doing E.T. at the exact same time, so he couldn't do both. In fact, Drew Barrymore auditioned for the role of Carol Ann, but Steven Spielberg liked her for E.T. So he was like,
so cute in E.T. Yeah. But why couldn't you do both? But yeah, if they were filming simultaneously,
they were doing. They both got released 2 weeks apart.
Oh, okay.
Like Poltergeist came out, and then 2 weeks later, E.T. came out.
Oh, wow. Great.
So they were like right on top of each other. Huh?
I said it's a great year for movies.
It was 1982 was amazing.
Oh yeah, Fast Times too that year.
Yeah, all of them. All of them were great. Great year for Steven. Anything Steven Spielberg does is gold. He's like King Midas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Touch,
you know,
gold,
Jaws.
Gold, 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 gold. Everything's gold. He just touches it, it's gold. But he was on set a lot to where people thought he was directing it. And he was louder than the director who was there.
Steven Spielberg.
He's Steven Spielberg.
You're like, enough.
The whole part where, sorry, I'm just interrupting you. Taking over.
What's new?
So Tangina, our little medium Wonder Woman who comes in and saves the day at the end. She was actually only on set for 6 days.
Oh, that's wild.
That was her part. But during that entire time, Steven Spielberg directed for those 6 days.
Oh, okay. So she's like, I saw him. He seemed like the director. But
She's
sometimes
like, he
they
seemed
switch
like the
out.
director.
There could be multiple directors anyway.
Mhm.
But like, I feel like this movie, it's comforting in certain ways, even though it's really messed up.
But like then,
Uh,
if you go into your kitchen and shit's stacked up weird when you turn
Yeah.
your back, or your child's floating across the
I know. I
ground
love
there,
that she's showing the dad like, oh, look how cool. I'm like, no, this is
right?
like,
And the dad's like, no
scary.
one's going in the kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. I would not be continuously like doing that, even if I wanted to show. But I guess this is pre, like, most people didn't have a video recorder around,
Right,
or
right. I think
phone, like you would just
you
do
were
it
very
now.
big if you had a massive. Why? I mean, I understand that you may think that's cool and all, but
Dangerous.
just saying, weird shit happens when it
Just a little bit.
starts off innocent with sliding your youngest child across the floor.
And Jessica
to
cute. She's such a
being
cute.
abducted
Well, she
through the
was such a
closet.
cute little
She
girl.
was, yes.
When she's crying because the bird died. I love because when the mom's about to flush the bird, I was like, you can't flush a whole bird. Who's ever done that? And then, of course, Carol Ann walks in and she's like, what are you doing, Tweety? And it was so cute.
Right.
And she's crying. She's giving all the things. And
Yeah, and then she
that's
does
sweet.
the lay me down to rest little
yes.
prayer at the end.
And the
then
older
goes, "Can
sister
I
is
have
like,
some
kinda-
goldfish?"
I know, instantly over it. And way overfeeds the poor goldfish. Like,
Right. So now a lot of places have said that the Poltergeist series, because there are 3 of them, there's 1, 2, 3, and then there's a reboot which I refuse to watch, but whatever.
what? It was pretty good. I remember watching it at the theater.
They all said that the Poltergeist series was haunted or cursed
Mm-hmm.
because how some of the actual actors had passed away, and they're combining 1 and 2. So 1,
Okay.
Heather O'Rourke passes away because she had some kind of intestinal parasite.
Cardiac arrest. Yeah, she had a heart attack. Based on like a septic.
Septic shock, because she had some kind of parasite
crazy.
from drinking well water at her home in Big Bear. And they also said that she never complained about anything.
Poor thing. Yeah.
She was a trooper and just was like, keep going.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like child actors usually are. Like, I don't know how people get their kids to act, and especially when they're good. Like some of them I'm like, I can't even do that, and I'm old. Like, how are they so good? So to me, she was probably like just already an adult in a little body.
Old soul. Yeah. So she passed away right before the release of Poltergeist 3. Then Dominic Dunn was actually murdered by her. The girl who plays Dana. Her ex-boyfriend murdered her. Which
that is a terrible story.
Blows my mind, because she was practicing lines with another actor in her apartment or her house. And the boyfriend comes over and they stand outside and they're arguing. And this dude in the house does not come out. He tries to sneak out the back door. He calls the cops.
Yeah, I think they were like far enough away from the porch. But like, I wonder that too. Of course, going back, like, what if everything in hindsight, people are like, I would have done this. And I'm sure that guy forever wished he went and helped her before that happened. But she probably, if she felt comfortable enough to go out on the porch, that's a lot of like, when things go wrong is like, you trust the person, they're not gonna kill me or something, even though that guy had already done a lot of bad stuff to her. So man, like I was reading about that last night, and just breaks my heart that like something so stupid, so just some guy, your ex is gonna murder you because he can't have you. And then
part 2 they gets a little more weird, still just as good, but just a little more weirder. We are introduced to the bad guy from the ghost or the poltergeist in physical form. He actually had cancer during the filming. He knew that, and he just wanted to do the movie anyway, so he passed away from that. And then there is a Native American guy who like helps them banish the bad spirit or whatever, and then he died from kidney failure.
Oh my god.
So they're saying, it's cursed.
I guess, did anything happen from Poltergeist 3? Anyone in there? Did they die?
No, I don't believe so. It just, they're just considering it the series because Heather O'Rourke did 1, she did 2, she did 3, and then she passed away after that. So then the guy who plays Mr. Tegan, James Karen, our turdy, bad guy. If we're gonna have a villain, it's gonna be this guy. Come on.
Yeah, he looks like a villain.
Yeah, he does. So he played this movie. Now, before this, everyone knew him in advertisements for some supermarket called Pathway.
Yeah, I've seen
or whatever. And so after he was in this movie, people hated him so much that they sent him letters saying they were never going to shop there again.
Oh no! And he's like, I'm acting.
He's like, I'm an
else.
actor.
Oh my gosh, that would be terrible. Pathways like, thanks a lot for.
I know, they're like, what?
I feel like he is the bad guy. He definitely is, but he's also like a typical, like he
corporate
wants to make
America.
the most money. He's cutting costs. He's doing that. Like, it's not unheard of that somebody that didn't shock me at all.
No, I felt like it's very what we would do.
yeah. Like,
this is very 80s America. What do you want?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Especially with digging a pool, you have to get so many permits and so many hoops to jump through that, like, for safety and other reasons. But I'm sure they would have alerted them, like, yo, this you might come along some bones, maybe some full skeletons here.
Right. We're not going to say anything until you complain about it. So
right. Like, didn't they say these were actual real bodies? That was part of
they are in that scene, which is, I think, within the last 20 minutes when she ends up going into the pool and the skeletons are coming up. Those are real people, real skeletons, because
it's been proven.
Yes, it has on here. It is actually very well known that real skeletons are cheaper to use than if they had made the skeletons.
Oh my gosh.
So yes,
that's kind of cool. I'm gonna donate my bones to like a scary movie. Like, you can donate everything else. I'm like, use my bones.
You can use my bones.
They're like, we use CGI now, you weirdo. But
like, right. But back during practical effects, we use real bones and real skeletons and real things.
But I mean, but the lamp is CGI, right?
I want to say yes.
That's not
or
a real
something
lamp.
like it. Well, parts of it, I think maybe what they ended up doing was in post was of like add to things on top of each other.
Okay.
In that scene, because there's things coming at her and she's doing this, and it's clearly that's not on the same plane. But it's fine. That's all right. I forgive it.
That's now when they show an actor fighting a CGI figure or something. It's like the person's not really there, but that makes you an even better actor sometimes.
It does, because now I'm like, you are good at fantasy games because you are seeing things that are not there. But good job on that one.
Leo fighting that bear in the Revenant. I don't think it's
not a real bear.
Yeah. No, surprisingly.
Maybe a dude in a bear suit. No.
Yeah, it was something like that.
So I did, and then when we get Carolyn back, the mom goes through the closet. She's got the rope to her, goes through and grabs her with all the pink goo.
Yeah, whatever that stuff is.
It's gross, is whatever.
Get him in the shower. Get him in the water. Get him in the bath. Yeah, I just see the little boy screaming all the time, and like it takes the mom a while in the end to get over there. Like, I get it. She had her nice bath and stuff. But like, you don't check on your kids when you get out of the tub.
She told them to go to bed.
Who cares?
So she was going to bed, and then she got attacked by the ghost, and then she runs down the hall, which is really just outside her door. But then it, does the whole dream-like effect where it's her running for like mile.
Yeah, and she looks cute in her little football jersey or whatever.
Right, her little nighttime shirt. Yes, I love it very much. She's adorable. Her name is Jo Beth Williams. Freaking hottest mom ever.
Exactly. Yeah, she said a good standard for like moms should be this hot.
How many creepy clowns would you give it?
I mean, it's such a classic. Like, I feel like I have to just give it 5, or something. But I'm gonna say like 5 or 4.5 maybe. Since you're doing 5,
I'm going 5 out of 5.
Yeah, because it's like so good.
Like, you can put Jaws on in the background, and it's just like your go-to. It's comforting, even though they're screaming and dying and there's blood. It's comforting and it's there. I'm the same way with Poltergeist. Like, I can hear the music and I can hear the voices, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, definitely. So, I can see that. That makes sense.
I mean, I love it so much. I think everyone should love it. Go watch Poltergeist. 1 and
Immediately.
2. 3 you can skip. It's fine. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Like, subscribe, share. Follow us on YouTube. Make some comments, people. We love
Even if
comments.
you're booing us.
And go on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. Tell other people what you think of us. I mean, be nice about it, but tell other people to listen
Any
to us.
negative comments will be deleted and blocked. Thank you very much.
If I could figure out how to do that, whatever.
But
until next time, bye.
Sleep well.
Sleep well with a clown at your bed.
Get out of here, a bug. And
you and your flies.
I'm just a stinky lady. That I think was a bee. I don't know why there's a bee in my house, but
gnats,
anyway,
flies, bees, spiders.
I actually live outside. I'm homeless.